Hi, welcome to my studio. I'm Swinand. I'm a visual artist who's been living and working in Central Mass since 1984. And in addition to being a practicing artist, I've been an art teacher at the Worcester Art Museum, at Clark University, in the greenhouses at Wellesley College for many, many years. And in 2019, I was honored to receive the Sally Bishop Memorial Award at the 18th Arts Worcester Biennial. And part of the prize, the best part of the prize, was a one-person show at the Worcester Art Museum. My show is called Nature Imagined, and it will be on view at WAM from October through February 7th, 2021. The painting that won the prize was a large watercolor from a series I did called All In Together. When you study nature for a while, you realize everything is connected, everything is interdependent. We're all in this together. I love playing around with different materials. I think it helps keep my work fresh. It's very important for me that the work feels alive and not canned. I don't want to repeat what I already know. Creation involves bringing something new to light. A new medium brings new problems which require new solutions. The pleasure for the artist comes in discovering new ideas and new forms. I've worked in sculpture, printmaking, assemblage. I've enjoyed making art out of anything. But I guess I still love the magic of painting the best, especially painting with liquid media. Water is just so alive and full of surprises. It's as if it had its own will and follows its own principles. One of the first things I did when I moved to central Massachusetts was to go to the Worcester Art Museum. And it was there that I met Sally Bishop. And one of the first things she did was to encourage me to join the Cultural Assembly of Greater Worcester and to enter their biennial. It was one of the luckiest things in my life, but I won the first biennial. And after that, I knew everybody in the arts community in the Worcester area. So Sally was a good friend. The Worcester Art Museum's collaboration and involvement with the biennial in the last few years has really had a big impact on the biennial and a big impact on the art community in general. When Sally died, I was given some of her art materials, which included a beautiful custom-built stretcher. It was enormous and had been sitting in my studio all these years. When I won the Sally Bishop Award and realized I was going to have a show at the Worcester Art Museum, I figured the time was right to use that stretcher. I liked the idea of Sally being part of the show in some way. The painting that I did is a sort of imaginary landscape called Back to the Wind, which is a major piece in the exhibition. My show at WAM is called Nature Imagined. I've been a close observer of nature all my life. And I guess you could say, I'm an obsessive gardener. I'm always adding to my stash of natural curiosities. I love the beauty and infinite variety of forms created by natural forces. Everything is in the process of changing, dying and being born. Nothing stays the same. And I want my work to reflect that movement and energy. At some point years ago, it dawned on me that everything in the universe is created by energy acting on matter. Rather than copy nature, I tried to copy nature's forming principles. I tried to unleash my energy into my materials and watch as natural events take place on the paper. I try to discover what the materials can do and get out of the way, sort of let nature take its course. But for me, art is not just natural process. The artist takes all the visual elements and orchestrates them into a unified, significant form. The artist intervenes in nature's process and presents their own vision and understanding of the natural world. I think of the painting as an object of meditation. I want the painting to give the viewer an experience of deep emotion and revelation. As a painter, I'm really a shape person. I love how abstract shapes can evoke meaning. With the slightest variation of the shape, the meaning changes. I find shapes I love in the process of working, shapes that are loaded with potential meaning. It's all intuitive for me. If I draw a shape with conscious intention, it's never as alive or as original as one that comes in unexpectedly. I look for shapes that seem to be true to nature, but I like that the shapes are ambiguous, where the viewer wants to ask questions. That way the viewer takes an active part in the creation and experience of the painting. My show, Nature Imagined, will be at the Worcester Art Museum from October through February 7th, 2021. So that gives you a long time to get over to the museum and take a look. I hope the paintings reach into your imagination and speak your language. If you want to know more about my work, you can always visit my website, www.swinand.com. Thanks for listening.